Well, at least you can admit that. Look at that. Look at that picture. How nice does that look?
That does look nice. Look at her relaxing with the kids on the outside, not even in there.
That's like she's a mommy sheep.
Why do you think she's so relaxed?
Yeah, she's like, fuck you. You can't come in here, kid.
Why do you think
It's adults only time.
She's laughing at her too. This is,
Mommy, why are you so relaxed back there?
she's
play.
baked. Look at it. Like, why would she be just lounging in the back?
Takes the kids to the park. Mom's having her fruit snack.
Yeah.
Lays back. Just
listening to Uni-Versed.
yeah. Talking bird talk.
Dr. Zoon is so funny.
Like, more. He's the star.
He's the star of the show. Oh. Explaining to her what some of the things we're talking about. What
she's like,
two thin minces.
So a Zune was kind of like an iPhone, except for it couldn't.
Yeah,
that's good.
I can't believe I'm looking for fucking reverse bibs again.
Total Mandela effect, and we're just remembering it completely wrong.
It's gotta be. I mean, you know, it's kind of also like something the barber would put on you.
Sure,
right?
That's a cape, right?
That's what do you call that?
Or reverse bib.
A barber's cape.
Yeah. A barber bib.
Is it a reverse cape? What the barbers use? Is that a reverse cape?
Oh, yeah, it would be because it goes over your front, so it doesn't get on.
They call it a cloak.
A cloak.
Oh, now we're getting it. A barber bib.
No, that's you guys gonna have to get up tomorrow morning. Because we are off track.
haven't even started.
Barber capes.
Are you looking for barber capes?
All right, whip your thing out.
So let's get this thing fucking going.
Let's go. Can't look at fucking reverse bibs all day.
That don't exist.
Ask Gemini about a reverse bib.
You guys do the podcast. I'm going to talk to Gemini for a bit.
You do your podcast with Gemini about reverse bibs.
That might be kind of fun.
All right. Hey, everyone, and welcome to Uni-Versed, the podcast for sports fans who appreciate team aesthetics more than they do a winning record. I'm Jay Danger, and I'm joined, as always, by the uni-fascist Gary Branville and Dr. Zune, Andy Downs. On today's show, we're going to start a multi-episode series featuring the National Hockey League. Like we did with the NFL in previous episodes, we'll talk about each logo and then rank them to determine the best in each division. Since there are 8 teams in each division, first place votes are worth 8 points, second gets 7, all the way down to last place getting 1 point. At the end of the series, we're going to do some head-to-head matchups of each logo to crown the best logo in the NHL. The first division to get the Uni-Versed treatment is the Atlantic Division of the Eastern Conference, which includes the Boston Bruins, Buffalo Sabres, Detroit Red Wings, Florida Panthers, Montreal Canadiens, Ottawa Senators, Tampa Bay Lightning, and Toronto Maple Leafs. I know Gary is ready for this one as our resident hockey guy. Andy and I are going to get a little cup crazy, some puck luck in this, I guess, or whatever you want to call it, over the next couple episodes. So let's get this thing rolling, guys.
Let's go.
So, yeah. In the intro, I failed to mention that we're just doing logos. We're not doing the full jerseys for this. We're going to look at each of the primary current logos. We'll talk a little bit about some past logos too, just for some context in these. This division, when I was going through, I think I counted a total of 5 colors amongst all teams in the division. They all have very similar color combinations. Some of them have not changed their logos since their inception back in the over 100 years ago. So it's going to be a little fun history type of a episode as well. So, and Gary, you're going to have to fill in a lot of gaps for us.
Yeah.
on some of the stuff.
A lot of gaps with not real information, just my memory.
Gary likes filling in gaps.
Tell me about it, babe. There's a gap, I'll fill it. I don't discriminate.
Yeah. Hey, you see how I got Puck Wild today for you guys. Look at this.
Puck Wild.
I see that? Why is that's not the original? Is you got your Wild stick there? Is that the Downs jersey?
Sure is, baby.
Is it? Okay,
Yeah.
well.
So Andy is wearing his dad's. Andy's dad used to play for the North Stars, and so he's wearing his dad's jersey. He said,
"Yeah, he rode the bench mostly. He only played for a couple of years."
Yeah.
The bench was the lot lizard outside the stadium. Her name was the bench.
The bench. Oh man.
So,
hey, yeah, go ahead. I really wanted to tell you what Gemini got back to me with, though.
I want to hear what Gemini said about reverse bibs.
If you need to edit this into the end of the episode, that might work too. But maybe we can start with it and end with this too. But so what I typed to Gemini was this. I said, I keep thinking there were old baseball uniforms that had collars that look like a little cape or maybe a reverse bib, but I can't seem to find any images. Did I imagine this? Can you help me? So Gemini says, it's not that you're imagining things. Early baseball uniforms did have a variety of collar styles, and some of them could indeed give the impression of a cape or reverse bib.
All right. See, Gemini knows.
Yeah, here's a breakdown of what you might be thinking of. Shield front jerseys. In the late 1800s, particularly the 1860s and 70s, shield front or bib front jerseys were common. These had a cloth shield buttoned onto the chest, which could create that distinct look.
No, I know.
It's not those. No, it's not. He's also Gemini also says collared jerseys. Throughout the 19th century, baseball jerseys generally featured full collars. Later on, there were also sun collars, which had a tapering effect. Oh. These collars could, depending on the way they were made, give a bit of that cape-like appearance.
Maybe that's what we're thinking. Sun collars? Did Gemini treat you with an image?
No, but what Gemini did tell me, though, was it says at the end, therefore, while cape or reverse bib might not be the official terms.
Oh, it's not?
It's not a reverse bib?
The early shield front jerseys and certain collar styles would have produced a similar visual effect. To find images, I recommend searching for 19th century baseball uniforms, shield front baseball jerseys, and antique baseball jerseys. And it gave me some links. I clicked on the links, and there's no reverse bibs or little capes.
Okay. But what did
we say? It was sun
shield?
Okay, back to the show.
Back to the show. All right, so the first logo we're going to talk about, the Boston Bruins. Boston Bruins, their colors are black and gold. It's a yellow gold, not a Vegas gold. Their logo is an 8-spoked wheel with an uppercase block font B in the center. The outer circle of the wheel is black with a thinner yellow gold outline around the outside. Each spoke is yellow gold with black outlines, and the B in the center is black with gold and black outlines. The Bruins have used some form of this wheel design as a logo since the 1949-50 season. They also have some alternate logos featuring a bear or bear head, as a Bruin is an Old English folk term for a brown bear. What do you think of this classic logo?
The one that they currently use that we're looking at right now, I think is the best looking one. But my favorite one is the one from the early to mid 90s. Where the B is just very plain, and I think there's no outline even to it. But it's such a classic, good-looking logo. I don't know what the origin of why it's in the circle with the spokes. Don't care. It's just, and they're one of the original 6 NHL teams. It's just one of the best logos. Great color combination. Can't be beat. This whole division. I think this might be the best division we do, but I'm probably going to say that with every division we do.
Yeah, we said that about just about every division when we were doing the NFL, except for when we were talked about I think it was the NFC South, maybe. I can't remember which one it was that we thought was pretty dog shit, but
yeah, it's so good. It's so good.
The logo you're talking about, the only difference is, see how there's like double outlined on this one. There's that black outline around the B. that wasn't there. But otherwise, all of it was the same. So it ended in the yellow outline.
I don't think it had the little on the left side. I think it was just a straight line too, and it didn't like almost. I want to say serif, but it's not really a serif. It just sticks out on the bottom and the top.
Yeah,
that's the one I like. Because it's from my childhood, but I think this one looks best because it's still classic.
It's a fine logo.
It's a fine logo per se.
It is a fine logo per se. Although I would like to see a bear. I think they're really missing out on the opportunity to have a nice looking bear logo.
They have a nice looking bear.
They do have some bear logos.
Yeah, I'm looking at that too. I don't know why they don't go with the bear logo though.
Because they have this.
Look at that handsome bear. They had that 2022, 2023 logo. Just that nice bear head, realistic bear head. That's a good logo.
Thinking about a hockey jersey, like it's just the crest on the chest, on the front of the jersey. So something simple like this just fits perfectly. Mindset, huh? Not that I know we're not judging jerseys, but I just think about like it's just clean. It's perfect on the front of a jersey.
Yeah, and I love the colors. I love a black and gold.
Shocking.
That's a just good color combo together.
It's a top 3 color combo for sports uniform or logo.
Yeah, it's not bad. I guess it's fine. It's boring. It bores me a bit.
You think so?
Yeah.
This rocks. I don't think it's boring at all.
I don't get the spokes. What's the deal? What do you need the spokes for?
It's just part of a... It's all pointing at the B. It's all pointing at the B.
Yeah,
okay.
It draws your eye towards the center where the B is, Andy.
And it's as if just the B wouldn't be enough to draw my attention to the letter B.
They also have
just put some more shit around
just
it.
The B, but it also, it's the Boston Bruins.
Do you want to know a little history here about the logo and the name?
Sure.
Yeah, let's hear it.
I don't care about the name, but let's hear about the logo.
Well, it comes with the package here, so
that's what she said.
The Boston Bruins, the first National Hockey League team to be located outside of Canada, fun fact, joined the league for the 24-25 season 100 years ago. After owner Charles Adams attended a Stanley Cup game in Montreal the previous season, it all happened relatively quickly, with Adams gaining the franchise in the fall of 1924, just a month before the team played its first game. The brown and yellow color scheme was selected first to coordinate with Adams' chain of grocery stores. The Bruins name chosen by Art Ross because it was a ferocious animal, a brown bear, and alliterative with Boston, as well as fitting in nicely with the already determined colors. And then for their 25th anniversary, 1950, a commemorative logo featuring a bee inside a spoke circle was created, chosen to be the new primary logo for the following season, where it has remained, tweaked only slightly for over 60 years. So there's no reason. Just decided to do a bee one day inside the spoke for the 25th anniversary, and here we go.
I like it.
I will say I like the brown. I think that brown and yellow is kind of cool. The old poop and pee.
Poop and pee combo's not bad.
Yeah, the old poop and pee. The brown and yellow. So what was the grocery store chain, and does it still exist?
I don't know. I'm sure that.
I don't know. I doubt it.
It would. I'm sure if I do a Google search for Charles Adams, it'll tell me. Yeah. It gives me Charles Adams, who is the second son of John Adams, not the same Charles Adams that we're looking for here. Who knows?
Anyway,
let's see Charles Adams grocery stores. Let's see what they say.
Ask Gemini.
Gemini.
Give me a reverse bib.
give me Charles Adams wearing a reverse bib
in poop and pee colors.
Yeah. It was the first national grocery store chain. He also owned the Boston Braves.
Okay.
This is now called, nope, not anything anymore. Fine-assed.
Fine-assed?
Yeah. F-I-N-A-S-T. Fine-assed.
I don't know.
We're the fine-ass grocery store.
That's right. They were defunct as of 1996.
Oh, that's a good run.
Yeah, good run. 1853 to 1996.
This division has 4 of the original 6 teams from the NHL. So,
oh wow.
Makes sense. All out on the East Coast.
Yeah. But the classic logos are doing a lot of heavy lifting here. So
Yeah.
So what are we doing for this? Are we doing a rating system? I wasn't sorry. I was talking to Gemini when you were doing the intro.
okay. We can give it a letter grade.
I was going to say we should just rank them at the end.
Yeah. But we can give it a. Should we give it a letter grade? What we think of the logo?
How about out of 10? What about
we're going to switch it up.
We're switching it up. We've always levered the letter grade.
There's so many. Okay, fine.
Yeah, but so what? We're ranking them.
I'll tell you what I'm not giving it.
A B?
The letter. Yeah, exactly.
Me either.
I'm going to give it a D+.
Whoa.
You're a
that bad?
fucking idiot.
It's too boring. Boo.
So you would say it's B for boring?
B for boring, D+ for D's nuts.
Oh my god!
I got nothing. I don't know, but it sucks. It's kind of, but it's not the worst.
All right, I'm gonna correct this. We're giving it an A. It's near perfect.
Oh,
fuck you! Come on,
it's near perfect.
That's jeez.
I'm gonna give it a B for Boston, and I like the colors.
Yeah, great colors. And before we get too far ahead of ourselves, this is a fair warning to you guys and the listeners. Not a lot of this is not coming from upstairs. My reactions to these. It's all coming. It's all coming from down here. I'm pointing to my chest.
You're pointing at your dick
in the heart. There will be some reactions coming from down there.
This is an audio format, Gary. So it's coming from your heart, not your head.
From my heart, yeah. And I don't know. I watched a lot of Bruins growing up as a kid too, like the Adam Oates, Ray Bourque, Cam Neely Bruins were always on TV. And where we grew up, listeners, the CBC was just one of our standard state TV stations. So Hockey Night in Canada. It's on the Brandonville household every Saturday night. So a lot of Boston.
You guys want to know what sportslogos.net the user rating is for this logo?
It's got to be 4.5.
5.5 out of 10.
Pooh, no duh.
That sounds like a D+ to me.
If you needed any more confirmation of Zune behavior, that just confirms it.
I'm right in line
with the rest of society.
I'm right in line with them.
5 out of 5, you just said. Did you not just say?
5.5 out of 10, Gary.
10.
Oh.
Yes.
I see again. I'm also hearing it with my heart today, and I'm not listening to that bullshit.
Okay. Moving on. Give us the next one.
The Buffalo Sabres colors are royal, blue, and gold. Yellow gold, not Vegas gold. The logo is royal blue circle with a gold outline. Within the circle is a white silhouette of a bison charging towards the left with a blue horn and red angry eye. Below the bison are 2 crossed sabers with white blades and yellow gold hilts. The Sabres have used a form of this logo since the 2010-2011 season and during their first 25 years in the league from 1970 through 1996. In between their 2 stints donning this blue and gold logo, they had what fans called a goat head logo in black and red and a different stylized bison logo in navy and gold. Gary, you had some opinions about the other 2 logos that are featured here, but can you care to tell us why those are bad and why the new/old one is better?
Sure. My eyes tell me they are bad. They look bad. I don't know. When people, we're in a point right now where there's a group of people that are nostalgic for the goat head and the black and red.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a mistake. And their hearts are making them think that that's good. But they need to be thinking go even lower. Because it's not a bad logo per se, but it's not the Buffalo Sabres. It is a goat head logo. And then when they went to that banana slug logo,
banana slug
gotta be top 3 worst sports logos of all time.
That's really bad. There's nothing mean looking about that or intimidating.
Or what is it? It's not even. Yeah, it's not good.
Why? Yeah, why do that?
But the current and original logo with the two swords, because they are the sabers. Awesome. It includes the sabers. It's a nice in the circle. Again, lends itself well to a hockey jersey. Just a simple buffalo with the little action lines above it. I like that.
Yeah.
And the red eye.
Cool.
Ooh, the red eye out of nowhere. Very subtle red eye.
It is. It's great for people who can't read too, because it tells you the whole team name right in.
Yeah, it does. And they don't need words.
Right. Buffalo Sabres right there. It's great.
Yeah.
I think it's a fucking cool logo. I got to say, this is one of my favorites.
It's a good one. It's a really good one.
Mm-hmm.
Colors are great. I love I love the imagery there too. Like you said, Andy, it's like you're looking at like an old like medieval sign, like outside, like a store, like a coat of arms.
Yeah,
like it's just really nice. I love the the sabers are crossed, like it's they're fighting. I don't know. It just everything about it's good.
And this is well done. If this was coming out like in a different, even if this came in like the 80s or something, they would have added a hockey stick in there with the saber. Like
one saber crossed with a hockey stick.
Yeah. There's nothing about this says that it's hockey.
Something. Yeah.
It's just a good logo. It's so good.
It is. I give it an A. I like it.
You're giving this one an A. All right.
It's got an A.
That was a quick one. Well,
that was a quick one. I also will give it an A. I like it.
It's an A. I have nothing negative to say about it.
It's fantastic.
All right, moving on.
Yep.
The Detroit Red Wings are next. The Detroit Red Wings logo is red and white. It's a car wheel with bird wings coming out from just behind the axle of the wheel. Detroit has not changed their primary logo since the 1948/49 season, before which they had a similar logo with slightly smaller wings and different shading on the tire of the wheel. These Detroit Red Wings are either they don't know that they can change their logo, or they just say, why mess with it? Because this is the only logo they've ever had in their entire history.
It's very recognizable, instantly recognizable to anyone.
Yeah. I think the latter is the answer. Yeah. We have a perfect logo. Why are we going to change it?
They even choose not to modernize that tire. That's like a fucking Model T tire.
It's a Model T tire.
Yep.
With a wing,
angel wing,
with an angel wing on the back. You think it's an angel wing, not a bird wing?
Why not? It looks like an angel wing.
Tell me what it very well. You're the theological one. Tell me what.
I'm super.
It's good. It's Sure.
I mean, why not?
Andy,
what bird?
No,
would it be? You think an eagle?
No. It's an angel, like Angel. The X-Men Angel.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Warren Worthington III.
That's where your brain is going, I think.
Maybe.
That's your reference for Angel. And you're not wrong. It looks right. Like,
it'd be cool.
Picture that thing coming off his back.
If they did an alternate with Archangel wings, with the metal Archangel wing coming off there, that would be cool.
That would be cool. Do that for a night. But
and they go blue and pink. Like his colors, like his costume,
Now we're talking. Do that for a Marvel night. Why not?
So, hey, if the Red Wings want to give me a call, I'm free.
Yeah, he's free. He's got nothing else better to do.
I got this podcast going on, but
he's got his conversations with Gemini about reverse bibs.
Reverse bibs.
But between that, he's pretty wide open.
Yeah, I get it. I could get a call from them right now. Hello? Yeah, sorry, I'm a little busy. I'm doing my podcast right now, talking to Gemini.
I don't know. It's cool. It might not be the last time I say it. I probably said it already about something else.
It's perfect. It's a perfect logo.
It might be the best logo in all of sport.
Wow!
Sport.
How many times are you going to say that?
So how can there be so many of them that are the number one in all of sports?
I didn't say it. This is the only one I've said it about ever.
You already said it about the Bruins too.
I didn't say it was the number one in all of sport.
Oh, okay.
So,
and I'm not even a Red Wings fan.
I have some questions about the logo.
please.
Something that's always bothered me is like, so the Red Wings, obviously the wheel is because it's in Detroit and they're the Motor City and all that sort of stuff. But why the wing on a wheel? Like you don't need. Like if you,
I don't know.
If you have wings, why do you need wheels?
Absolutely.
That was always a thing, though. Like putting wings on wheels and stuff. Like that was like.
Oh yeah, my car's got them. I got wheels on every car I've ever owned. Just got wheels coming out.
If you look back at any like logos or anything for like Goodyear, like the Mercury wing, that's different. That's coming from isn't that coming from Mercury? Isn't he have wings on his heels or his ankles? But
yeah,
the wheel with wings coming off of it was always with automobiles and everything, not in garages and stuff. It was a thing. I don't know.
Is it because these
you're flying?
You're so fast with these wheels, you can fly.
I don't think they were talking like that back in the 20s, 30s, but maybe.
Yeah, it was so fast here. You see, and
that's probably what they're saying.
Probably. But, it's good. Golly,
you could. Jay, I'm with you. You could probably just get rid of the wheel and just have a cool wing too. What if you had a D and a wing coming out of it? That wouldn't work. It would be the wrong way. You'd have to put the wing the other way then.
You just flip it.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think this logo is as perfect as Gary is purporting it to be.
I don't think so either.
I don't know.
It is a fine logo per se, but it doesn't really give me the tinglies.
Yeah.
This is why I like it. It's weird. I want answers, but I don't. Someone owes us an explanation. I don't want to hear it.
For God's sake, someone explain it.
I don't want to hear it.
Maybe it might be better with the wire spokes going on with it. I think
that doesn't make sense to me. But don't change it. Don't touch it. I love it.
Well, when it comes to hockey, you're quite the traditionalist.
My brain is polluted with bias and nostalgia, and I'm gonna like them all.
Yeah, just like Kias and Hyundais are shitty cars.
Oh yeah,
and don't change my NHL logos.
That's all. That's that's how I live my life.
Anyway, let's grade this fucker.
It's an A. I mean, it's an A. It's an A.
I'll give it a C.
I'm giving it a C as well.
You guys are crazy.
It's okay, but
it's fine.
I like the Buffalo one better. I can't rate that the same as this.
No, way better.
Buffalo is like a 97% A.
Oh, sure.
This one's 100%. Why does that make
no doubt? No doubt.
Harry, there's no way this logo is better than that Buffalo Sabres logo. You got to be fucked up.
Look at the wing detail. Look at the second wing in the background. I've always liked peeking out, saying a little hello so you know it's there.
You've been eating gummies and sitting in the back of a carnival?
Go play, kids.
Hey, kids.
I'm looking at the Detroit Red Wings logo. Leave me alone.
I'm just looking at it, admiring it.
I got to blow my nose. Keep talking.
Just keep talking.
You're going to go blow his brains out after me going on and on about this logo.
I can't listen to this bullshit anymore.
It's gonna. I'm sorry. It's gonna be a lot of this, especially for this division. It's gonna be a lot of this. It's so. I don't know why. It's so identifiable. It's perfect. You can't change it.
Yeah, well, they haven't. It's just this is the logo the only logo they've ever had, and it's not. They haven't even tweaked it since 1948.
No,
they're just this is the exact same thing since 1948-49.
It is. It's not tweakable.
Man, I beg to differ on that.
All right, now we're gonna break from a little tradition here and get into something a little more modern. This is the Florida Panthers.
You guys are gonna get so sick of me.
Yep.
And I'm tired.
I think you already got
it. Florida Panthers logo is a shield design in navy red and flat gold is what they call it. The logo is a pointed shield, flat gold with navy in the outline. The upper part of the shield features a Florida word mark on a background of red. The lower part of the shield features a relaxed yet brooding panther facing left, mostly in flat gold, navy, and white with a red eye. The Panthers have used this logo since the 2016-2017 season, but from 1993 through 2016, their logo was a lunging panther in similar colors, claws ready to dig into your neck, and teeth bared. So why are we going to be sick of you after this, Gary? Like, what do you have to say about this Florida Panthers logo?
I already know what he's got to say about this.
Nothing about, not the new one, that old one.
It's the old one. He likes the 90s one, the nostalgia of the 90s.
Like,
I like it.
I was about to walk back my comments about a perfect.
It's the best logo. It's the most perfect logo in the whole sports.
Oh God, it's good.
This one is.
And this is like, I was so into the Florida Panthers. Like, that was my starter jacket, my first starter jacket. It was, that old logo is so good, but I'm not going to dwell on that old logo because this new logo is actually quite good too. It's completely different than the old one. It's more of a throwback than their throwback. Just the crest, which is with a realistic looking panther. It looks good on a hockey jersey, like the shield.
Yeah, I think it looks nice.
It's a handsome logo.
I like the shield look to it. It is, you're right. It does look more classic than actually their old logo does. Like, it looks more like a throwback than their throwback does.
Yeah. I like the font too, the Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a flat lion, stylized. It's more of a fucking lion than it is a panther. Looks more like a puma or a cougar,
Yeah.
Whereas the old one looks like a fucking
some
leopard or something. Looks like a lion. Tiger.
It's like a wild cat. I don't know. But anyway, it's a good logo. It's not out of this world. But
what else I really appreciate is that they call that color flat gold.
It sorts it out.
That is a flat gold for you.
That's it. Yeah. There's no argument here from us.
No. I mean, this gold has more of a brownish hue to it.
Yeah. There's no luster to it. It is flat.
You can't call it yellow.
No. Can't call it Vegas. Not sparkly.
It's not loud. Maybe call
loud
it tan.
and obnoxious. You could call it tan.
You could call it tan if you want, but
I'm
calling flat gold.
I'm like flat gold. And tan in Florida would be appropriate.
Touche.
All right, I like it. It's not. It's not
nothing to go crazy about. It's a good logo. It's solid.
It's forgettable. It could be forgettable, but
the old one is probably the best logo in all of sports.
It's up there, baby. It's up there, baby. It's up there. I studied that stupid logo so much as a kid. It's so crazy, but perfect.
I would say. I know we're not doing the jerseys itself, but I'm not a big fan of the jersey.
It's okay.
I don't like this. It's all red, and then it's got thick white band, horizontal band across the chest and the elbows.
Yeah, I like that.
I don't know if I dig that.
Oh, you're not a hockey guy.
No, I'm not. But Gary, what do you think about these? What do they call these ones? These
I know you're gonna go for the
branded special edition breakaway jerseys with it's got a hockey stick over. So there's a big sun, yellow sun, with a hockey stick crisscrossing against a palm tree. What do you think about that logo?
Well, that logo is actually one of the original logos too. That was the shoulder patch logo.
Oh,
like the palm tree and the hockey stick with the sun.
Yeah.
Yep. That was the shoulder patch logo on the old jerseys. I should have brought it. It's in Henrik's room though, because it's a kid's jersey, but I got that one too. It's a good logo. But I don't.
The jersey's cool. It looks cool with it too. The colors.
When they started pulling out the blues is when I checked out, because they went from having a red home jersey to the navy home jersey.
Yeah.
In the late 90s, maybe. That wasn't for me. But anyway, keep this on track. We got a lot of logos to go through in this division.
Sure. All right. I'll give it a B.
I'm giving it a B plus.
C minus. B plus.
Yeah, I like it.
Why do you like it so much?
I love the overall the shape of the shield with
because it looks
just
similar
everything
to the
about it.
Uni-Versed logo.
Yeah, it looks similar to the Uni-Versed logo. I mean, I feel like Andy probably studied this logo when he was making the Uni-Versed logo.
Replace Florida with Uni-Versed.
Yeah.
Put a profile of J on there.
Yeah.
There's your assignment.
That's great.
Here's your assignment for the week, Andy.
I also like the aesthetic of the Panther on it. The art style of it.
Yeah,
like
it's good.
It's modern yet classic. So I don't know.
It's trying to be dignified, but it's still intimidating looking without showing its claws and teeth jumping at you.
Exactly.
Yeah, that cat is. It's very serious. It's stoic, and it's it means business. It's not fucking around.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to fuck with that cat.
No, it's not taking any of your shit either.
No.
The old one looks like, though, it's almost like a little bit like it's trying too hard to be intimidating. Like it looks like it could be laughing.
It could be laughing.
Yeah. Could be smiling. It looks like it wants a hug, maybe.
Oh no, not with those.
Come here.
Not with those fingernails.
That's what he's saying. Come here. Anyway, B plus for Jay. What do you got, Garrett?
C minus.
You're going the wrong way on these.
All right, the Montreal Canadiens.
Probably the best logo in all sports history.
Baby.
Montreal Canadiens. Their colors are red and blue. Their logo is an uppercase C with an H
Correction. The colors are bleu, blanc, et rouge.
Okay, they're bleu, blanc, et rouge. Their logo is an uppercase C with an H stuck in between the upper and lower half of the C. The C is red with a white and blue outline, and the middle part of the blue outline of the C dips around to form the H. Why an H? Because it stands for hockey. The Canadiens have worn a version of this logo.
Not true.
The Canadiens have worn this version of the logo since the 1999-2000 season, but have had a similar logo dating back to the 1917-18 season in slightly different shades of red and white, thicknesses of outlines, and positioning of the letters. The H doesn't stand for hockey, Gary?
No.
That's what the internet told me.
Yeah, I think it stands for habitants, like the inhabitants of Canada.
Oh, that's a fucking
really?
French word. I'm pretty sure. That's why they're nicknamed the Habs.
They're making that shit up, just trying to come up with a backstory.
But anyway, proceed.
When I was a kid,
Here comes
I didn't know my
xenophobic story
all that well. No, I'm just saying I didn't understand it one bit. I was like, why the fuck is there an H? Why is there a C and an H? What team is this? Like, why is it like this? Then I don't know why. And my brain always goes to CH, like CH words, like cheese, cheddar, that sort of stuff. And I was like, what the fuck team is that? Could never figure it out.
Montreal spelled Monchrreal, and they used the CH from Trial.
That's not how it's spelled.
Well, I know, but if you're a kid, you don't know better.
So, Gary, the internet is telling me the H stands for hockey, not habitats, a popular misconception.
What did I tell you?
Misconceived,
No,
buddy.
I'm not. No, I'm not.
You were misconceived.
We're thinking that's why are they the Habs, and that's what I'm going with. They're the Habs. That's what the H stands for.
You're just
let me tell my truth. Let me tell my truth.
T here. Just no. That's not what happened. That's not what it is. You started this war.
Sorry.
Jesus Christ. Just say whatever you want.
Anyway, it's an A.
Yeah.
It might be the best logo.
You know, in my fucking imagination, my reality, I'm going to say this logo, it's CH for all the cheese that comes from Montreal.
That's fine. Because
they're the cheese capital of Canada. Everyone knows that?
Yeah, everyone knows that. Montreal. Yeah, it comes from there. Bleu.
It's another good.
Your Sacre Bleu comes from there. Your Charleston cheese. I think that's
that's what CH stands for. Charleston cheese.
That's actually it's for Charleston Chews.
That's right. Corporate sponsor. I think that's what they're putting on their logos next year. It's got the CH, and then underneath it, it's gonna have the rest of the letters ARL. Charleston Cheese. It looks stupid as fuck, but
hey, it's funny. I mean,
yeah.
I like it. It's great. It's almost like the C would be the equivalent of like the classic baseball horseshoe logo to me. Just the hockey version, but not really because it's the only team that uses it. But in my brain, that's the feels I get. But again, it's one of those things, like you said, like you didn't know what the hell the H stood for. It didn't make sense to you. I like that. I like that there's some curiosity and mystery and it doesn't make sense just because it's an old ass logo.
I always used to think this was like the logo was a fish.
I could see that.
Oh, like a Jesus fish.
Yeah, like a Jesus fish. I thought like, are they even on the ocean? I don't know. I always thought they were like their mascot was a fish.
That's odd.
Yeah.
Now, also, I would add to this that, my alma mater, the St. Cloud State logo, which obviously came before this one. So I think Montreal Canadiens probably stole the St. Cloud State logo.
Probably so.
But I would say the St. Cloud State one makes more sense to me because it has the C with the ST in the middle for your Saint and then the Cloud, whereas the H, again, we've proven doesn't really make sense. Hockey. St. Cloud throwing the ST in there, I always thought was a brilliant move. It's a nice touch.
Especially when they're a hockey school. Their only D1 sport was hockey. Like, let's do it. Take the most winningest hockey team of all time, the most well-known little hockey logo. You know what? Let's adopt that.
Yeah. Might as well.
It was a master stroke, and they already had red.
That's good. Nice touch.
Nice touch.
Jay, do you like this logo?
Not particularly. I'm giving it a C.
Okay, I'm with you. I will stick with you there. I'll give it a C. Also, it's not offensive to me, but it's doesn't do much for me either. And Gary's giving it an A+ times 10.
It's just an A. It's just an A.
just a straight A.
It's a straight A.
They're all straight A. Any logo that was designed before 1950 gets a fucking A from
No. If that Florida Panthers logo, the old one was the current, I would give that one an A too. That was 93. So
if it's an original logo, then it gets an A from you.
No.
So far, it would be the Sabres original one.
We'll see. Well, there will be at least one in here that I'm going to give an A. That's not the original logo. But it's close. Next? But gosh, it's close. That Bruins logo was not the original logo.
Fucking close enough.
That's the modern. That's only been a couple of years they've used that version of that logo.
But the only thing that's different is a little bit of outlining. Otherwise it's the same fucking deal.
It's the new version to me.
All right,
can I tell you?
Yeah, tell us.
God, hockey has such good logos, such good mascots. There's let's go through these mascots. We've had Canadiens. We've had, what's another one we had? A Bruins, which no one says Bruins. We've had Sabres, which is just the sword. We're not even half fucking CJ.
He's done.
He's
so bored. Just fucking Gary, shut up about your dumb hockey jerseys, your logos.
That's fine. That's warranted. I knew it was going to go like this.
This is the episodes you're most excited about.
I'm kind of dreading it though, because I don't like. I know I can't be critical
because you're fucking psychotic about these things.
This is. Masabi Daily News would have the little, when they do this articles on them, and it'd just be the logos. I know I've talked about this before, but when I tape them by my bed, this is.
I'm back.
AJ.
Cut out that rant anyway, but about these mascots that are stupid, just weird, and what's a Red Wing? What's a Canadian? What's a fucking Senator? Well, this is a 90s logo, so
it is. So moving on to the Ottawa Senators. The Ottawa Senators colors are black, red, and gold. True gold, not yellow gold. The logo depicts a Roman centurion in profile wearing a gold helmet with a red crest atop. He is outlined in a gold circle with black laurels. The aesthetic is similar to ancient Roman art. The Senators have worn this logo since the 2020-2021 season, but it is a bit of a revival of their original logo. They had a similar logo from the 1992 to 2007 seasons, and they changed to a more cartoony version of a Centurion from 2007 to 2020. So, Gary, what do we think of this Ottawa Senators logo, and why is it a Centurion that is their logo and not like a senator?
I don't know why it would be what you would throw on there. You're not going to throw Ted Cruz.
I just call them Centurions then. Why not just call them the Ottawa Centurions?
It rolls off the tongue as well as it did just now. Yeah. I like Senators. I don't know.
Is that what they call them, the Sens?
Very astute. I don't know why they chose this logo. Don't really care. I like the look of it. I like the aesthetics of it. No notes. I don't like when they let the white senator peek out from behind the logo in the 2000s or whenever they did that. I don't know. It's so, again, it's just like such an odd choice, but such a good choice. When I was a kid, I thought it was a total dud because you go from this as an expansion team, and it wasn't. Then the Panthers a year or so later, and it's like, what's going to sell more merch?
So about that expansion team thing, I was looking. It's absolutely fucking wild. This team is as old as it is. The original team.
The original team.
Yeah, they were in 1883.
Yeah, they were in the NHL.
They won the Stanley Cup 11 times.
Yeah, but that does not technically different franchises, but yeah.
So they were like a really old team, and then they like moved or like folded or something.
Teams were popping up and dropping, like similar to like baseball.
Yeah.
It said they existed from 1883 to 1954. The club was the first hockey club in Ontario, founding member of the NHL. Yeah, crazy. I didn't get that far to why they've folded up, but it doesn't matter. It's just cool that they brought back so often they're reviving a club or putting a new franchise. They just go with some dumb name or something, some new stupid thing, but it's cool they went with the original.
Yeah, I'm a fan of that.
So does Ottawa have some sort of tie to ancient Rome?
No, I mean, it's the capital of Canada, which is why I always thought it went with Senators, but I have no idea. Like if there's Roman architecture there or something.
Did the Romans come to Canada?
Yeah,
that's a fact.
Or did they originate from Ottawa?
Yeah, I think the Romans actually came from Ottawa. They were called Ottawans at first.
They were.
This is actually a history podcast too. We can talk about
when they first announced that they were good. This is real not accurate at all. I want to say it along with everything else I've been saying. I'm sure this isn't true now that I'm playing it out in my head, but I was going to say I think this logo and like the name was kind of a rush, or this logo was a rush job because the original logo was just pretty much like the House of Parliament, but with that said Ottawa in it, basically. Huh. When they first said that we're going to have a franchise, but then they updated to this, which now I like. I think it's a very good logo.
I do like that it looks like ancient Roman art. Like you could see this on the side of a fucking ancient pot from digging up from Vesuvius or something.
Yeah.
Do you want to see the first logo of Ottawa Hockey Club from? What do you even call this thing?
Legs and dicks, man.
It's a star.
It's a star made of 3 legs and
like running bent legs.
Yeah. And then I don't know,
talons or like knife blades. I don't even know what you call that.
That is weird.
So fucking weird. It said in 1883 they began as the Ottawa Hockey Club. and was known by the name officially. But then, like we've talked about in the past year, the news media came up with the nicknames for him. So it says reports of the club in early play in the 1890s sometimes refer to the club as the Generals. The club is also referred to as the Capitals, although there was a competing Capital Athletic Association hockey team using that name. Other nicknames included the Silver Seven, a name the players gave themselves after receiving silver nuggets from manager Bob Shillington after the 1903 Stanley Cup win. The Super Six name was given in the 1920s. And then it says the first reference of the nickname of Senators was in a game report of the Ottawa Journal on the 7th of January 1901 and used in other newspapers around that time. It says while the nickname was used occasionally, the club continued to be known as the Ottawa Hockey Club. And in 1909, a separate Ottawa Senators pro team existed in the Federal League.
Wow.
So, this is two Ottawa professional Senators teams.
They didn't want to have to come up with more names, Andy. They just there's already Senators. Let's just be the other Senators.
Right. So, but here's the thing. This is Ottawa newspapers referred to that club as the Senators and the Ottawa Hockey Club as Ottawas, or the Ottawa Pro Hockey Club. Sorry, these teams that have these really old fucking histories, they're the funnest.
They
to
are
get sucked down the rabbit hole looking at that shit.
What are we gonna grade those Senators?
Oh yeah, let's grade these Senators.
I'll give it a B.
I'll give it a B too. There's something about it I like.
Yeah, I like it too. B plus.
It's what I also like. They have that logo on their shoulders, except without the Centurion head. It just has an S in the circle, and they reverse the wings on it, so it goes the little flares that come off the back, so it goes backwards, which not all teams do. Like Baltimore Ravens, we got issues there, man. But what I'm noticing about these hockey logos on their jerseys, man, they're freewheeling with the logos. It's like, hey, we got a good dozen designs here. Let's pick the top 2 or 3, and then let's throw them wherever we want on the jersey. We'll have a bunch of alternates with a different logo. We'll have shoulder patches, that are different. It's do what you want, whatever they want to do. Yeah.
It's whatever they want to do. It's up to them.
Yeah, it's right. The man zone of sports leagues.
It really is. That's true. Well put. Ooh. How about that?
Man zone of sport leagues. All right, the Tampa Bay Lightning. Their colors are Tampa Bay blue and white. Their logo is a simple lightning bolt with a circle around it. They've worn this logo since 2011-2012 season. Prior to the 2011-2012 season, they had silver in their color scheme and a few different versions of logos with drop shadows on the lightning bolt. We talked about the Tampa Bay Lightning original logo on our last episode when we were doing a Heaven or Hell. What do we call that? Wheel of History.
That's the Wheel of History.
The Wheel of History.
We did send it to Heaven in a Handbasket.
We did send it to Heaven in a Handbasket. So what do we think of the modern version of the Tampa Bay Lightning logo?
I dig.
You dig it?
I do. It looks like the Flash, his logo on his chest emblem.
It does look like the Flash, but it doesn't because they don't make a circle. They made it an oval. Trying to make it look like almost 3-dimensional. If they would have kept it a simple circle, it would look a lot better to me.
Ooh, you know what I'm noticing, Garrett?
Tell me.
The way how the right half of the circle behind it doesn't connect gives the appearance of a white drop shadow on the lightning bolt.
Oh, I've just noticed that.
Seen that? Yeah,
I do see it.
That's kind of cool.
Much like the original lightning bolt.
That's right. Which we agreed last week is a very unique lightning bolt because it's not your typical. It's all fucky.
It's all fucky
because it has a drop shadow in it.
Well, that and the way
no symmetry to it.
The way it zigs and zags. There's no. Yeah, it's not symmetrical. It's. I don't know. I'm feeling this new one. This is the way I think it should be.
I kind of don't like it.
No.
Of the logos, it's my least favorite.
Wow.
Yeah, it's easily the worst we've seen so far. It's not. But it's close. It could be good.
I want it to have another color. It's too simple.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's too if
Put a black outline around it or something.
We talked about this last time too. Like, if they would have taken that original logo and got rid of the words, even better logo.
Now, let me ask you this. Let's throw a thought experiment out. It's been a while since one of these.
Oh, yeah.
Get you guys thinking here. What if we added gold or yellow to this color scheme instead of black? What if it was this color with some more of a Steelers, a yellowish gold, and some white maybe?
Well, yes, it would look good, but
or what if we make the blue like a baby blue, and we add some like sunshine yellow to it?
Ooh, what if we do that?
Powder blue jerseys.
Yeah,
and
no, for real though. I mean, I'm sure your brain would accept it a little bit more.
Well, yeah.
So that's a nice color scheme.
For sure.
I want them to bring the silver back. I think is what I want.
Yeah, but like a real sparkly silver. How about like glitter,
yeah.
like legitimate glitter on it?
Like I'm wearing the jersey. Like I don't know if it's showing up on camera. It's Chris. We got some sparkles going on.
Yeah, got a good shine.
It's got a good luster, babe. But it's they took it too far the other way. And I know we're not talking about jerseys, but they literally now they just wear blue and white, and they're in the same division as the Toronto Maple Leafs. It's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? It's too simple, and I can't get over.
But the Canadians, that's.
Well, look at the Canadians did not come out in 1992.
But it's super simple.
Yeah.
And what do their jerseys look like? I'm sure they're fucking plain as can be.
Yeah, they are plain as can be. But there's already a team that has almost the identical jerseys as the Tampa Bay Lightning from the same era as the Canadians. I don't want this out of the Lightning. It's not a bad logo per se. I don't want it.
I just want some silver.
I want some silver. I do want some silver. And I want a more royal blue. I don't want whatever this blue is.
Tampa Bay blue?
Let's stop with that naming of colors after things like this, too.
What if it was Honolulu blue?
Now we're talking.
That's great.
Yeah.
I'm giving it a D.
Same.
A D?
Same.
Wow.
Same.
I'm going to give it a B minus.
That's reasonable for what I thought you were going to give it. Not reactionary out of you.
All right.
Here's the logo.
Speaking of the Toronto Maple Leafs, their colors are blue and white. Their logo is a blue maple leaf with a word mark in the center that says Toronto Maple Leafs in all capital letters in a simple non-serif font. Their current logo features some veins on the leaf, and they've had the current version since the 2016-2017 season. Their logo has been some version of a blue maple leaf with or without veins, dating back to the 1927-28 season. Why Leafs with an F instead of leaves with a VE? Because it's considered a proper noun tied to the team's namesake of the Maple Leaf Regiment from World War I. Proper nouns generally don't modify the noun when pluralizing.
Did you guys know Jay used to be an English teacher?
I was going to say. That's what Jay majored in college.
So yeah, there you have it. That's why it's the Maple Leafs and not the Maple Leaves.
Love it. It sounds much better too. Leafs.
Leafs.
The
Should
Leafs.
You start using that in regular language now too, just calling leaves Leafs.
Yeah, I'm going out and rake the Leafs.
Yeah.
The Leafs.
And these Leafs are sure falling.
Which is ironic because usually the Leafs are used to getting swept.
Oh.
Joke for you. You know, the Leafs haven't won a cup in over 100 years.
They haven't?
No.
Are they like the lovable losers of the league?
Oh, yeah.
That's too bad.
They're the Cubs of the NHL?
Yes.
Although the Cubs
I want to say 67. Maybe it was 67 they last won a cup. Always good. Just exit in the first round. But anyway, this logo, it's an iconic.
Would you say that it's maybe the best in all of sport?
You know, it might be hyperbole, but no, I don't think
come
it is.
on,
No. This is also going to come from bias because I was much more of a Canadians fan growing up.
Everything's coming from bias from you.
Yeah, it's a good logo. It's a handsome logo. I like that there's a history behind the Leafs, and it's not just the leaf, people used to get all wound up to why their colors were blue. But the Maple Leafs name and logo predates the Canadian flag. So they had it first. It's a great logo, and just being named the Leafs, and it's just so Canadian and simple and cool. I like it all.
Guys, I think I'm kind of falling in love with this logo. It may be my favorite hockey.
Would you say
maybe the best logo in all of sports? All of sports, possibly.
You know what? I'll give it. There's an argument there.
I'm serious. It is really good. I keep looking at it. I'm looking at it on jerseys too,
It's
and
good.
I fucking really like
It's
it.
good
You know
on
what?
a hat. It's
You know what's looking really good to me? What's calling out to me too is I was looking at
that
these.
black one.
No.
Okay, good.
That's cool too. But the Stadium Series jerseys have it all
Which
white.
one?
Everything's white. But then they have the white
Silver?
Maple Leaf logo, and then they've got thick white band across the chest, and then thin blue bands on top and bottom of it.
Mm-hmm.
That is fucking. And they got white breezers, white gloves. Everything's all white. That's cool looking.
It makes it. They have some
white
handsome
leaf.
jerseys. Another odd thing: the Maple Leafs were the Toronto St. Pats, the St. Patrick's before that, and I don't know why they changed, but probably because hate for the Irish. But
Yeah, right.
So, Gary, why is the leaf blue?
I don't know. It was just their colors were blue. I don't know. I have no idea. Like I said, it predates the flag. Like the Canadian flag didn't exist. Like there was no reference to a red maple leaf.
I'll tell you why. Because blue and white. Because blue is associated with the city of Toronto and represents the Canadian skies.
Oh. Unlike the rest of the world, where the skies are a different
Sky's
color.
not blue.
Yeah, right. It's typically different colors. Here you go. The city of Toronto's first official flag, unveiled in 1974, featured a blue. Who cares? The Toronto Argonauts, a top-level Toronto sports team, began using blue as their primary color in 1873.
Oh, the Argonauts. The Argonauts
here you go.
predate the Leafs.
Apparently, the Leafs owner, Conn Smythe.
Conn Smythe with the Conn Smythe trophy is named after.
Oh, great. He chose
MVP.
blue because it represents the Canadian skies and white to represent snow. However, he used blue for his gravel and sand business trucks. Oh, no. However, he also used blue for his gravel and sand business trucks. So what does that have to do with anything? However, why is that a however?
However, he also liked blue for his other business.
Here's a fun fact for you.
Love it. Let's hear it.
The Leafs logo features a blue maple leaf with white veins and the team name inside. The Leafs' 31 pointy borders symbolize the team's move to Maple Leaf Gardens in 1931. How about that?
That's great. And I love that we can say, we see the logo with the white veins, but us guys are used to seeing some models and healthy purple veins. You know what I'm saying?
Power
That's
veins.
what we call them. That's what we call them. That's what we call them.
So I know you guys think that this is the greatest logo in all of sport. I have some problems with it, and I'm gonna zoom it up a little bit here.
Here we go. Yeah.
So
You like that other one and throw the points on it, huh?
no, I question why we have a blue leaf. There's no trees that have blue leaves. Like, why aren't their colors green or red or something where the yellow for all some color that why name your team after Leafs if you're not going to use a leaf color?
Because it's not named after the leaf.
Okay,
As you just read to us.
Yeah, come on.
Okay, but they also use a leaf logo as their logo.
Sure.
And then they have the whole team name in the middle of the leaf, which you love it for this, but not for
anything else. Get out of here. The Toronto
So what I want-
Maple Leafs.
What I want them to be is still be the Maple Leafs, but it be a green logo, a green leaf with the veins all the way through, so you can see the veins throughout that whole leaf.
Yeah, babe.
That's what I want.
Well, Jay,
What you just described to me was a terrible mistake, and it sounds like a visual disaster.
It does. Sounds like a
And what
travesty.
I'm looking at on my screen, this current Maple Leafs logo is wonderful. I also like the old throwback logo that is inspired by, where Toronto doesn't even fit, isn't even centered on the leaf. there's something like, oh, geez. You really tried to jam it in there.
Oh,
geez. We started too far to the right here, but oh well, we'll just move it up there, you know?
No one will notice when they're out there skating around.
I did a little further investigation here, and it says that initial reports when the team came out here was that their colors were going to be red and white, but their very first game on February 17th, 1927, they wore white sweaters with a green maple leaf.
Huh? There you go.
Oh, see that? I would love to see that. That would be cool.
Yeah, and it's less than a year later, in September, it was announced that the Leafs had changed their color scheme to blue and white.
In 100 years, this is really going to grind this fucking guy's gears when we change the colors. So let's change him to blue and just wait for this podcast.
Can't wait to grind his gears.
This guy's gonna be sitting in his basement in Golden Valley. He's gonna not like this. We're gonna hear about it. Trust me, the payoff will be worth it.
Trust me,
totally worth it. Can I show you guys something quick here?
Yeah, if it's going to be one of your veins, I would love to see it.
No, yeah, let me show you my vein quick. No, I gotta show you this hat, this Maple Leafs ball cap. I kind of want, and the jacket, for fuck's sake.
If it's a Letterman jacket looking, I think you should get it. I like that. It's just a T on there.
Yeah, it's just a white maple leaf, and it looks like it's like a felt.
Yes,
it's like it's stuck on there, and it's sticking like the edges of it are sticking up a little bit.
It's not sewn on well.
It's homemade. That's a homemade maple leaf. It's one of a kind.
It's one of the kind. I like that logo better.
On the hat, the T?
On the hat, the T, like the white leaf with the T on it. I like that.
That's a cool one. I like the one on the jacket better, though.
I do too.
Tell me what your name is.
I don't know why it's so good to me. I did like everything that I normally like. This goes against it. There's just a lot of words, a lot of letters going on there.
It barely fits inside the leaf.
It does. It really fits. Toronto Maple Leafs, real big.
I love it.
And a borderline overly accentuated like details on that leaf too. It's borderline too much.
Yeah. Do we need the veins?
No. Good. No, those veins are necessary. Neither are all the points.
No, but then you see the other one that they used, and I didn't mind the other one either, the simple one.
Yeah, that's not bad either.
But when it's compared to the other one, it's a no-brainer. I'm going to give it A minus.
I'm giving it a full-blown A.
I'm giving it a B minus.
All right, you didn't hate it as much as you.
No, I just have issues with it, but it's not my favorite.
Take it up with Conn Smythe.
Yeah,
and his gravel business.
Yeah, he'll back over you in a blue truck. You son of a bitch.
Last thing you'll see is a blue and white truck.
Yeah, and a purple vein and flapping across your forehead. You son of a bitch.
You think John DeBretto listens to the show?
He might.
Who?
John DeBretto.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What did he used to say, Scare?
My dick is 9 inches long. And then he'd come into Mrs. Fields' class during the Penny Wars. And what would he say, Andy?
Big jars of pennies, and we had to guess like how many was in there. We all have to write down how many was in there. And he just walks in one day and goes, "Here's a quota for your collection."
Yeah, he's a listener, I'm sure.
Oh my God, poor guy.
So here are the logos.
He's running around with an alleged 9-inch hog in high school. Unconfirmed.
9-inch hog.
Didn't he always threaten to slap it upside your face or something?
Nick Landers.
Nick Landers.
He would tell us we would see the 12-incher when he'd slop it in our mouths.
Wow. Never realized how fucking homoerotic
No,
that
we don't
is.
say it with the Nick Landers accent, with the fake, which he didn't have an accent. That's just how we said it. You'll see the 12-inch when I flop it in your mouth. When you just say it straight, it sounds way more.
Yeah.
It was a threat he used. Yeah. High school bully, Nick Landers.
Threatening to get blowjobs from dudes.
We would see it. He would see the 12-incher when he flopped it in our mouths. But then he would say it.
Everyone's just sitting around slack-jawed waiting for this thing to be flopped in their mouths.
That's when we'll see it. But then also we would say that, and he would say, "Why do you guys say that to me all the time?" Because we would say it. So I think it was just an alleged thing. I would think it was an alleged thing that someone allegedly heard him say.
Just making it up. Just no clue what the fuck you're talking about. Maybe we should get him on the show to set this straight.
Yeah, I'll reach out.
Yeah. Wait, how many logos? How many teams we got left here?
6 more.
So we've done them all. This is all 8 teams.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, that was all 8 of them.
That's unreal.
Jesus,
flew by.
6 more. We only did 2.
I was going to bring a pencil and paper here to do a ranking, but I don't know if I need to.
So this is what I was talking about with the colors. So 4 of the 8 teams feature red, 3 of them are blue, 4 of them have either gold, like a true gold, or a yellow gold.
Flag gold. We call it flag gold in this.
Flag gold, yes.
So there's not a lot of variety in colors among the teams in this division.
This is amazing. What a good group this is, though.
It's a handsome club.
So this should be no surprise since we letter graded them. Although it's going to be hard to determine between all the A's that Gary gave how he's going to give those.
How many hours are we going to? Can we record of Gary going? I don't know.
I'm very unprepared for this as well. So get ready.
Well, I wrote down all my letter grades, so it's going to be really easy for me. I'll go first.
All right, Jay. Let's hear it.
Jay,
whip out your proverbial 12-incher while you flop it in our mouths. Oh man, is Nick gonna beat you up? No, he just said we didn't see the 12-incher when he flopped it in our mouths. What? Yeah, man. I'm nervous.
So
he didn't say he's going to fight you or beat you up or anything? Nah. He just said.
He's going to put his 12-incher in my mouth.
What do you mean 12-incher? His penis.
You go home. Kid goes home at the end of the day. He's all sad, and parents ask him, he's like, "What's wrong?" This bully. "Oh, did you get in a fight?" "No, he put his 12-inch dick in my mouth."
Wait, what?
I saw it.
That was the first time I saw it.
Yeah, it's the first time I saw it. It's what he wanted.
It just flopped in my mouth. And
it wasn't even hard. He flopped it in.
12 soft. Who do you got?
Here are my rankings. Number 1, getting 8 points are the Buffalo Sabres.
Whoa, nice. That's not. I can't argue. That's a good one. Mm-hmm. It is, and we've said this before: the blue and yellow gold. Mm-hmm. What a color combination!
Top tier.
Can't miss.
Yep. Number 2 with 7 points is the Florida Panthers.
Ooh, look at that! What an underdog story.
3 with 6 points is we're gonna go with Ottawa.
Nah, okay. I knew you were going. You like those Ottawans.
It's
the ancient Ottoman Empire.
Ottoman Empire.
Which means 4th place with 5 points is Boston.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
How much weight is the color scheme carrying for you?
On Boston?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
most of it.
A lot of it has to do with the colors, but I do like the overall look of the logo too. Mm-hmm. There's something about the spoke wheel on it that I like. Next, we've got the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Look at you. Okay. You were ragging on the veins, and now you're riding them.
And then
Hog heaven.
I'm in hog heaven.
I saw that vein.
Toronto.
I saw that vein when you flopped it, the 12-incher.
No, I'm just in hog heaven.
Well, after Toronto, I have Detroit, and then after Detroit, I have Montreal.
Gary is just.
And then last place, I have Tampa Bay.
Oh God, you guys.
Someone's got to be last place, Gary.
Yeah, you were acting surprised, like
and it feels like me right now. It feels like I'm the one in last place. Feels like I got the 12-incher flopped in my mouth.
Yeah, maybe you did.
I need a quarter for my collection.
Yeah.
All right, Andy, you need to go.
So you want me to go? You want Gary to finish this off?
I'll finish this off. Yeah.
Gary finishes off. Andy, you go next.
Finish both of us off at the same time.
Yeah, for the show, for the podcast.
It's just for the show. Come on. Okay, I'll go. I'm going with those Maple Leafs. This is a revelation, guys. Like this hit me in the show. I didn't really care that much about it before, and now suddenly I'm smitten over that Maple Leafs logo. I'm really digging it. So the Leafs get all 8 of my inches and points. The Leafs get number 1. The Sabres get number 2. From here, it just kind of goes downhill a little bit. There's a big gap for me from those two to the next. We're going Panthers, getting my 6 points. The Lightning are going to get my no. You
guys really like that
Senators.
Panthers logo quite a bit, huh?
It's all right. Senators, then the Lightning, then the Charleston Chews. Montreal. Then I'm going to go. I'm tell you what. I'm giving my 2 points to Boston only because it makes me think of Happy Gilmore. I like that movie. And then we're going Detroit for the 1-pointer.
You guys are insane. I do
perfect logo.
The results of this division anyway do not reflect me whatsoever.
You really got to give a disclaimer to everyone.
Yes, and I'm nervous about how the rest of this is going to go.
Fucking deal with it.
Hey, we're not hockey guys here.
Obvious. This is obvious.
We're guys with eyes and brains.
And 12 inches.
And 12 inches and quotas for your collections.
Hey, we got we're not hockey guys. We got 2 things. We got brains. We got veins.
Brains and veins.
Brains and veins, yeah, that should be our.
Jay's your detective. Jay's the brains, Andy's the.
That'll be our tagline for our show. You got to update that on Spotify and everything else.
Like there's obviously 4 original 6 teams in this division, and they did a good job trying to keep the rivalries in Division 2. Like Boston and the Canadians are a big rivalry.
They hate each other, huh?
Detroit, Toronto. So I don't know.
Well, that does seem like two people who would fundamentally hate each other. Fucking French Canadians from Montreal and a bunch of Boston assholes. Absolutely 2 people that would not get along.
Yeah, they do not. And the Canadians, the Maple Leafs, obviously.
All right, Gary,
okay.
Give us a fucking rating.
All right, I'm starting.
We're on pins and needles.
I'm starting with my 1-pointer.
You're going backwards. Okay.
We're going backwards. This is how it should be.
That probably should have done that way, yeah.
We're going to go with Tampa Bay Lightning. It's just not great. And then we are going to pivot to the Florida Panthers. And that's just because this division is so strong, so they only get the 2 points. And now it gets tricky for me. The 3-pointer, I'm going to have to give it to the Ottawa Senators. It's just not as strong as the other logos in my memory. And that's the real reason. I just it doesn't make me feel anything. Then we will go with the Buffalo Sabres.
Ooh.
Which this is, like I said, this is probably the strongest division in the NHL with logos.
Yeah.
I mean,
No
you've got like
here.
5 of the best. You have the 5 number 1 logos.
Well, that's all I've
ever created.
I've ever seen. So
yeah,
it's tough. Number 5. This is where it gets hard.
Yeah, telling me
we're not flopping anything. So we're down to the Bruins, the Canadiens, the Detroit Red Wings, and the Maple Leafs. I think I'm going to go with the Maple Leafs for my 5-pointer.
What?
And then we will go.
I'm appalled.
Then we will go Montreal, then Boston, and Detroit for my 8-pointer.
Oh.
And that is the perfect rankings for the Atlantic Division of the NHL.
I got some issues with that.
This isn't Daddy's first time laying his eyes on these, and
Hey, you used to have these hanging up over your bed. You used to jerk off to them or something.
Yeah. Yeah. When you got disgusted with my talk earlier and you logged off, so I was telling Downs all about it too. Pubescent boy jerking off these logos.
This is turning him on.
Yeah.
Making that vein purple.
Oh man, all this vein talk.
It's all this vein talk.
Now, James.
New segment, vein talk. Jesus.
Now Jay's got to do a ton of math because there's.
I know this is a lot more difficult than the NFL where we only had 4 teams.
Listen, he was an English teacher, not a math
Yeah,
teacher.
not a math.
Break. That Buffalo Sabres logo, though, that I was always disappointed that there was never a goalie that did his mask with a lightsaber.
A lightsaber?
Yeah, you would think that eventually, like, and someone finally did a few years ago, but he wasn't even in the league for that or up with the Sabres for that long. But first, he just kind of, when he got called up, he did it because they did. It was when they were doing the reverse retros, and the black goat head jersey was back, so they did have black and red. So like he did like red lightsaber on his helmet, but just mocked it up kind of, when not even professionally painted.
Nice.
But
threw some red duct tape on there. And
it looked like he painted it himself with like acrylic paint or something.
Nice. Do we have a...
We have a winner. We have a winner. So the number 1 in this division are the Buffalo Sabres with 19 points. Number 2, the Toronto Maple Leafs with 17 points. Number 3, we have the Florida Panthers with 15 points. Tied for 4th, we have Ottawa and Boston with 14. And then we have 6th place, Detroit with 12 points.
Insane.
And then 7th place, we have Montreal with 11 points. And then last place, we have Lightning with 6 points. So,
pretty even overall. I mean,
yeah,
pretty even.
If you throw
Detroit has way too many. That's all Gary's points there.
Well, honestly, I should get, like, there should be more weight put on mine.
There should be weight on yours? Yeah, you're the one that's spanking your monkey to these logos, so yeah.
The only weight you should feel is in your mouth with my 12 inches flopped in there.
When it's flopped in there.
Yeah, if you fought, then I'll see it. That's when I'll see it.
Because I see it with my mouth.
Yeah. You will see it.
Nick, when am I going to see the 12-incher? That's what we've asked. That's what we asked. And he said, well,
when I flop it in your mouth. So there you have it. That's the division. Buffalo. Buffalo Sabres.
I can't be too mad at it. It's a great logo. I think the rest of the world is going to disagree with us, but the rest of the world are idiots, as we're witness to.
They don't have a podcast to tell the world about their rankings like we do.
Nobody else has a podcast these days.
No.
We're the only ones.
That's just us. It's us and Joe Rogan.
Yeah. The Buffalo Sabres, that's a good logo. I love a circle logo for hockey. That's a good logo.
Yeah.
What division do we have next, Jason? What are we gonna do?
We skip into the.
You got to tell me.
Do we go
next division?
To the west?
Do we pivot out west?
We go across town.
Let's go across town.
Yeah. Do we, so that was the Eastern used to be called the Prince of Wales Division. What was the Western formerly called? Something cool. Oh, the Clarence Campbell Conference. What the fuck? Who's Clarence Campbell? Oh, he was a Canadian ice hockey executive, referee, and soldier.
Gotta get back
executive.
to that.
He was a Canadian hockey soldier.
Yes, Canada's hockey soldiers. It's part of their military branch. One of their military branches is ice hockey.
Yeah. Ice hockey soldier. They go out and skate around with the hockey stick
and fist fight people.
So we could do the Central or the Pacific. I say we do the Central and keep it in alphabetical order.
Central it is. Do Central next time.
Who do we got there? We've got the Utah Hockey Club. We've got Colorado. We've got Dallas. We've got the Predators, the Blues, the Blackhawks, the Wild, and the Jets, it looks like. You remember you were going to give us your thoughts on the newest NWSL expansion team in Denver. They are doing a fan vote thing to pick a name for the new team. And supporters can choose from the list of Denver Peak FC, Colorado 14ers FC, Colorado Summit FC, Denver Elevate FC, Denver FC, and Denver Gold FC, with an option to submit a write-in name. I would vote for the write-in name. None of those sound great.
What would you write in?
I don't know yet, but
what about the ones that are listed?
Out of all of those, I don't mind. Something Denver Gold is doing something for me.
Did you find out what the significance of 14ers is?
Don't know, but I'm going to look right now. 14ers. Oh,
well, not knowing what it
got
is,
it.
I'm going to say
that's in mountaineering parlance of the Western United States. A 14er is a mountain peak with an elevation of at least 14,000 feet. That makes me a little bit mad. That makes me kind of mad.
It just lost me. That was the clear number one for me.
Not anymore.
I'm so tired of the mountain shit.
The Denver the Broncos thing. You really hated that.
I'm tired of it. I was thinking about this the other day. I was like, if you're a Colorado person, like even like any logo in Colorado, are you just like, enough? Every logo's got a mountain. Everything is like, yeah, we get it. But enough.
Yep. I get it.
Is that the equivalent of how like the pine tree motif for Minnesota has become?
No. I'm not even. No. I don't think there's anything wrong with the pine tree motif for Minnesota.
No, I don't either. But it's become so prevalent for Minnesota reference things.
Yeah, we got more than that though. We got lakes, man. See, so we get a diversity. We got loons, we got lakes, we got trees.
Yeah, I know, but so does fucking Colorado probably. But all they heard is
that's true. That's all they.
Do you think they're tired of it?
Do I think they're tired? Yeah, I mean,
I know. Yeah.
No, clearly not.
I think they like it.
They dig it.
If they were tired of it, they wouldn't keep doing it.
They wouldn't. Every one of these team names wouldn't have something to do with the fucking mountain. I
think, but like half of this shit isn't like in-house. It's marketing team X from somewhere else.
Good point. Well, let's.
I don't know. I'm tired of it. Listen, I'm not even living in Colorado or from Colorado. I'm tired of hearing about it.
Well, here you go. So the MLS team, Colorado Rapids. So we a little bit away from a mountain.
Yeah, but that was also a 90s MLS name, wasn't it? Like the Quakes. San Jose Quakes.
Ooh, that's a bad one. Yeah, 1995. No, Colorado Rapids have actually a pretty cool crest. They've got a nice shield, but there are mountains in the fucking shield. So,
what about a city skyline in a rainbow?
Use every color possible.
And
every color.
But what would the mascot be? Like the mountains or the? Could be.
No, just the city skyline.
Yeah, but what? Just Denver.
The Denver skylines.
the Denver sky.
There's it right in the Denver Rainbow Skylines.
There you go.
No, that's DEI.
Yeah, that is DEI. But you guys got any of those you like out of those Denver Peak?
I was gonna go with 14ers, but I hate it now.
Same again. You got the Peaks, the 14ers,
the Summit, so Colorado Summit, Colorado 14ers, Denver Peak, Denver Elevate, just Denver FC and Denver Gold?
Denver Gold is probably the next best one.
Denver Gold.
But it also goes against me wanting it to end in S or X.
So is it Peaks, Peeks, or Peaks?
Like someone's taking a peek.
Yeah, like someone's taking a peek.
I would like.
The Peaks.
And it's just like it's a winky eye, like peek.
Yeah. You don't have to wait to see the 12-incher until it's swapped in your mouth. You get a peek.
It's not Peaks either. It's Peak. Denver Peak. No plural. Like the Wild.
It should be Peaks because there's more than one mountain there.
Well,
right?
there's clearly a lot of them. All the 14ers, you mean? There's many.
I would say Peaks, but only if you add an S to it, not just Peak.
Oh, wait. So this is bullshit. Okay. And NBA G League, based in Frisco, Texas, and they're called the Texas Legends and are affiliated with the Dallas Mavericks. The team began as the Colorado 14ers in 2006.
Oh, I can picture their.
So that's just stupid. Why don't pick the name of something that's already happened? Like, unless you're the same team, same sport, like the Ottawa Senators,
like the Rockies, like the Colorado Rockies.
Oh yeah, that's right. They were, weren't they? What can you do? Denver Gold. That's the way to go.
Denver Gold. You just do head to toe Vegas gold. Get up. No other
gold.
Colors.
It's all
looking
gold.
like gold dust out there.
Yeah.
Gold face man.
We're talking. Oh yeah. Denver gold dust.
There we go.
Just call them the gold dust.
All right, we got anything else to talk about?
I don't think so.
Guys, I never found a reverse bib.
No, that's a fake.
Today's episode was written and produced by Jay Danger, Andy Downs, and Gary Brandville. Our theme music is Stuck in a Funk by Liam Conger. Check him out on Apple Music, Spotify, and YouTube. Uni-Versed can be found on social media. We are uni.versed.podcast on Instagram and Twitter. Email us at universed.pod@gmail.com. Ask Gemini to make you a picture of a reverse bib.
Gemini, I like being really proper and wordy with these AIs. While we're on the subject, do you think you could generate an image for me of, say, an oldie-timey baseball player wearing a baggy jersey that has a reverse bib, or possibly
Tiny cape.
a tiny cape? These? Thanks, babe. Let's see what Gemini says about that. Ooh, creating my image. Oh, sure. Here's an image of an old-time baseball player.
It's getting close.
That's what I was thinking of.
Exactly. Not as long. A little and same color, like a part of the uniform. That's...
Oh, here. Let me see. Now, Gemini, did you just pull that image from a search, or did you actually make it? Because it is almost exactly what me, Gary, and Jay were thinking of when we said reverse bib.
Parentheses.
Parentheses tiny is this creating another image? What the hell?
Then it's going to be us, right?
That's not.
Yeah, that's going to be us wearing a reverse bib.
I hope so. I can't know for sure if this is exactly what we had in mind, but I tried my best to capture the essence of a reverse bib or tiny cape on an old-time baseball jersey. Oh, that's a long cape.
That's a long cape. That's a full-on cape.
Gemini, try again.
You dumb bitch.
With a shorter cape. Oh wait, a tinier cape.
Yeah, we don't use it.
Cape, please.
Like almost like a little reverse bib.
Yeah. Think reverse bib. when on this one, you got this. I like to really be as kind as I can to my AIs since they're obviously going to be slaughtering all of us. And okay, sure. Oh, let's see. Oh, it's pretty caped still.
You had
I
it
look
right.
like team name Deshoys.
The
The old D-shoys.
It's gonna be for the cap too. So what city is that in?
The Birmingham
one that-
D-shoys.
The first one was
the cape smaller
almost spot on.
and or tinier. We'll get some good episode art here, hopefully, for our hockey episode. Just fucking sure. What do you got? What now? Come on. What is that
Two
team?
cape and not a
Heikas.
because there's an R on it.
He's going straight up. They're straight up cape now. Yeah,
That's a cape.
Yeah,
It needs to be more of a bib.
It needs to be
Gemini,
more of a bib.
Gemini, make it
more bib, less
of
cape.
a reverse bib and less of a cape, please. Creating. Let's go. Taking a while here, Gemini. Okay, sure. Oh,
That's a straight up bib.
there's nothing reverse about that bib at all.
Gemini, it's not reversed.
Go back up to that first one that they made.
Hold on, I gotta tell Gemini that isn't reversed at all. Flip it around. So the business end is in back. All right. Let's check out the first one again. What do we got? Yeah.
Because that one
That's
more
close.
is looking
Yeah.
like
If that was shorter, it would be and the same color as the uniform.
and
It'd
like
be real
actually
spot on.
actually part of the
Yeah.
uniform, not
The right
like
color.
part of the jersey.
Right. Oh, look good.
I lost it. I don't like that.
I like that one. It's like Pope stuff. Look at it.
What is going on? Oh,
You're
yeah.
nuts, Gemini. Get weirder. The next one. I'm over the making him or her making a reverse bib. I just want it. Oh, more like that. That's something else. What team is that? That's the pros. The probs, maybe. Sure, here you go. Oh.
It's like future time.
Yeah, look at that thing. It's like superhero-y a little bit.
It's a good reverse bib.
It's like he's
Yeah.
really outfit.
When Gemini thinks of reverse bib, that's what she thinks.
Yeah.
Now, give me a reverse bib wearing a baseball player. Psychedelic shit Gemini can come up with here for us. All right, this is the last one, then we got to call it good. I'm still learning how to generate certain kinds of images, so I may not be able to create exactly what you're looking for yet. Also, I can't help with photorealistic images of identifiable people, children, or other images that go against my guidelines. Fine. Then just give me one last shot at 1800s baseball player with a really big collar that borders on tiny cape. On tiny cape, or maybe even reverse bib.
I hope there's somebody that has to look through these.
This whole show should
This
be
guy.
talking to Gemini. I'm creating.
Let's start a new podcast called Talking to Gemini.
Look at that fucking
Just an Elizabethan collar.
Here it is. Gemini says with confidence.
Here it is. Wow. Nailed it. I'm glad I can capture the imagery in mind. Thanks. Now go to bed. Okay. No, thanks. Would you like to be on the next episode of the Uni-Versed podcast? And see if Gemini wants in. Oh, I'm glad something went wrong. Uh-oh. Sorry, I can't help with that. Oh.
Ask her what she thinks of the Uni-Versed podcast.
What do you think of the Uni-Versed podcast? The Uni-Versed podcast is a popular choice for sports fans who are interested in the aesthetics of team uniforms and logos as they are in the actual games. Here's some.
This is like it sounds like a paper that I just changed in college, where I just changed a word to its synonym.
Here's some.
It's like, oh, this will be fine for a C.
Here's some key features. Focus. It delves into the history, design, and cultural significance of sports uniforms and logos across various leagues and sports. Audience. It caters to a niche audience of sports fans with a keen interest in the visual aspects of the game format. The podcast typically features discussions, interviews with designers, and in-depth analysis of specific uniforms or logo redesigns. Whether you'll enjoy it depends on your personal interests. If you're a casual sports fan, you might find it a bit too niche. I can't talk. However, if you're a diehard fan who appreciates the history and design of sports uniforms, you might find it to be a fascinating and informative listen.
Ask her who the star is. Who's the star?
Who is the star? It's hosted by Todd Radom. What the fuck? Who's this?
He's the guy that has Uni Watch now.
What?
Isn't he the owner of Uni Watch?
He's a graphic designer and author specializing in sports branding and visual history, so he's definitely the star, or at least the driving force behind the show. No, that's a different podcast, Gemini. We're talking about Uni-Versed with Jay, Gary, and Andy. You are absolutely right, and I apologize for the mix-up. It seems I got my wires crossed with another podcast with a similar name. It appears Uni-Versed with Jay, Gary, and Andy is a more niche, independently produced podcast, which can sometimes make it harder for large language models to provide specific details. Thanks. Well, the Gemini doesn't know dick about our show.
Oh, come on, Gemini.
Tell Gemini that truth.
Gemini.
Hey, Gemini, you don't know dick about our show, so fuck you.
This is
I was trying to be nice.
From Uni-Versed.
But I'm not. I didn't come on here to be jerked around.
And I didn't come here to be jerked around. Listen to the show and get back to me.
I'll swap the 12-inch.
Mr. Andy, I sincerely apologize for the previous inaccuracies. I understand your frustration. I assure that I'm constantly learning. I will make it a priority to listen to the Uni-Versed podcast with Jay and Gary. It says with Jay and Gary, not even me.
There you go. That's all you need to know about who the number one star of this show is.
That's fine. Thanks. Just remember, I'm the star of the show.
Just remember. And I control you.
I'll be sure to remember that you, Andy, are the star of the Uni-Versed podcast. I'll listen to the show and get a better understanding of its content and your contributions.
Ask Gemini how many worldwide awards we've won.
You better. Okay, hold on.
Yes.
I will. Yeah. Can I ask, do you know how many times Uni-Versed has won worldwide awards? Unfortunately, providing a precise, verifiable count of worldwide awards for a niche podcast like Uni-Versed can be difficult. Awards in the podcasting world.
Exactly.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me just set her right here. The answer is multiple. Thank you for confirming that. I understand that the Uni-Versed podcast has won multiple worldwide awards.
Let's just fill Gemini with false garbage about our podcast. just in case someone else uses Gemini to ask about our podcast, it'll provide a bunch of bullshit that we fed it.
You start spreading the word.
Start spreading rumors about
spreading cool rumors. Well, I can't actually spread rumors. I can help with some positive and engaging ways to promote your podcast. Here are some of you highlighting multiple worldwide awards. You can emphasize the multiple worldwide award-winning aspects in your social media bios, podcast descriptions, and promotional materials.
We already do.
Create engaging social media content. Oh, guest appearances and collaborations. We do that.
We do that.
Encouraging listener reviews and ratings. Creating shareable visuals. Engaging with your audience. Great. Thanks, Gemini. Okay. Just keep listening as much as you can. The first couple episodes kind of sucked, though. Especially Gary's audio. Thank you for candid feedback. Oh, wait, I appreciate you letting me know that the earlier episodes might not be the strongest and that Gary's audio quality improves. I'll keep that in mind as I listen. Oh, God, that's funny. I like talking to Gemini.